So welcome to this class. Just for the purpose of this class, what we need is our mat, our bottle of water, a football and 2 hand weights. Anything from 2 tins of beans up to 1.5 kg, kind of light enough ones, okay? And we're going to start sitting in our modified lotus position with our hands on our knees, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, so what we're focusing on today, okay, is our tummy, okay, strong tummy focus, hopefully going to progress some of that work that we've been doing for the last month or so. And we are starting to bring in the glutes as well. So we're going to work again on our glute bridges, and we're going to also do a little bit of work for the upper back for the posture as well, okay? So just still remaining with that really strong tummy focus, because that's what I feel like most of us are kind of needing at the moment, okay? So we pop our hands on our knees and we're going to just sit up nice and tall, okay? Let's see if we can, we've got our ankles crossed over, okay? But we're just going to try and see, can we let our knees open out to the side? We have our hands on our knees and we're just going to use that bit of leverage to grow taller. Leading with our breastbone here, okay, lifting up from here. Lovely. From there, we're going to slump down, so we're rounding down. And we can actually look at that space, kind of that little kind of triangular space behind our heel here, between our thighs basically, looking down onto the floor. And then we go up again. Lifting up. And down. And up. And down. And let's, just because we're doing quite a bit of tummy work, let's try and get the spine warming up first a bit before we go into all of that, okay? We can bring our chin to our chest when we're slumping down. But as we go forwards and sit up, we're not really looking up to the ceiling, okay? What we want to do is just finish looking straight ahead and just focus on trying to get that stretch in between our shoulder blades. Let's do one more. Beautiful. And then just relaxing kind of to a more neutral position, sort of neither extreme, okay? From there, we're just going to tuck our chin in and side bend our head. So we're bringing our ear to our shoulder, but just try and keep your chin tucked in. And we have our hands anchored onto our knees. We'll just hold it for a couple of seconds. Carefully back up and over to the other side. And swap. And don't forget to breathe, okay? So if you feel the urge to breathe, take a nice big deep breath in and out. We'll come back to the center, okay? Growing tall with our chest, lifting our chest up, chin in. Let's turn to look over our shoulder and swap. And swap. And swap. And one more time each way. Back to center, we're bringing our chin to our chest. And we're looking up to the ceiling. And again. And back. And again. And back. Coming back to center, let's keep our hands on our knees and we're just going to circle our shoulders up towards our ears and squeeze them back together. Lovely, well done. We're going to just take our feet and kind of unwrap them, put them really far apart. We'll cross our hands over our chest and we're going to drop our 2 knees over to one side. No hands. And back up and over to the other side. Just take your time. Your feet stay roughly where they are. Now all we're doing is we're just picking up our knees, rolling through our feet. Okay, so we're not actually lifting our feet off the floor at all, we're just rolling through them. It can travel a little bit. So you might feel like you're kind of shuffling off the mat. Okay. As we're dropping over, we're going to do a little twist. Just look behind us. Just get that bit of spinal twisting going. Take your time and swap. And swap. Well done, that's brilliant. Fantastic, have a little drink of water. We're going to make our way into lying. We don't need anything for the moment. But we might maybe just have our hand weights just in our vicinity so we can grab them a little bit later, okay? We're lying down on our back with our knees bent up and our feet flat. Let's just go over this positioning, okay? So we're in a nice straight line with our mat and with ourselves all the way down. Just check that you're kind of centered, that you're not off to one side at your head or your hips or your feet. Our knees are bent. Our feet are flat. Our knees are bent to about a 90-degree angle, so we want to make sure we haven't landed like this, which a lot of people would tend to do, okay? We want to be a bit more out like that. 90 degrees, not like that. A lot of pressure there, okay? Just in that mid bit there. A little gap between our knees, a little gap between our feet, and our feet are parallel to each other. Just resting here. Let's take a nice breath in through our nose. Blowing out through our mouth. And just thinking about where that breath went to when we took a breath. Can you get it to go around the sides of your ribs? Okay. So even if it means putting your hands there to feel the bit that's moving, take a nice breath in through your nose. And blowing out through your mouth. Just one more time, breathing in. And blowing out. Lovely. We'll just connect with our pelvis here. We're going to flatten our lower back and tilt it all the way forwards and backwards and forwards. Let's get the pelvis moving. Start working these lovely core muscles, okay? So just a few of the things that we've been working on for the last month. We're just making them a little bit harder. Okay. Okay, let's do 2 more forwards and backwards. Let's set the pelvis in neutral, which is basically halfway between those 2 extremes. Okay, everything else stays the same. All right. We're going to work on our legs first of all. So we're in our pelvic neutral. We can have a hand behind our lower back if we want to. We can have a hand on our tummy if we want to. I think that's nice. Your hands are free. You might as well. Single tabletop. So we're just going through fundamentals here. Lifting one leg up and putting it back down again. And we swap. Just take your time. And down. We keep coming up until our knee is just over our hip. And then we place it back down again. So we're not trying to bring our knee to our chest. It's just till it's over our groin, we'd say. Okay, like so. If your knees are at 90 on the floor, your knees should be at 90 all the way up and all the way back down again. So just imagine that you don't have the option to change your knee position, okay? So what you're doing, what you're not doing is you're not doing this and then kind of going up in the air, okay? And what you don't want to do either is something like that. Okay, you're trying to keep your knee really stable as you pick it up and you place it back down again. Not a huge amount happening here in the tummy muscles yet. Okay. Let's do single tabletop here. Okay. Now you can see I've kind of gone up a little bit. So just keep an eye. Connecting with our pelvic floor. Imagine you're trying to stop yourself from passing wind. So really tighten through your back passage. Imagine you're trying to stop yourself from passing water. So tighten through the front of your pelvic floor. And then also imagine you're trying to get into a really, really tight pair of jeans. So you're pulling your belly in. Okay, we're going to pick that second leg up now. So we're ready. Pick the second leg up. We place the first leg down and the second leg. So we're up and up. And down. And down. The knee doesn't change at all. We're just picking it up. We're picking it up. And we're putting it back down. We're putting it back down. And in us not putting any effort into our knees, it's all happening in the tummy now. Okay? Need to make sure that we're not sliding out of position. So just keep a little eye on yourself. It's when we start taking that second leg up off the floor, isn't it? When we start taking that second leg off the floor, really feel the tummy. So just keep the tummy really pulled in, like you're trying to get into those tight pairs of jeans, okay? Pull the belly in, lower down. Second leg is going to come down and just tap briefly and come straight back up again. So we're just going to keep going, but we just have a different leg leading. Up and up. And down and down. Okay, so starting to kind of wake up the tummy a bit here. Let's do 2 more sets, up and up, down and down, and up and up, and down and down. And we're going to hug our knees towards our chest, just have a little recovery. So when we're doing any exercises like this lying on our back, be it maybe a sit-up, or the bridging, or the scissors, or the one leg stretch, or any of those ones, this would be your go-to recovery position. It's kind of instinctive really, it's what you'd see people doing, even if they weren't asked or told to do it, they would do it for the relief. So it's kind of a natural thing. So feel free to come into this position at any stage during this next section, okay, if you feel that your lower back is getting a little bit tight or tired or anything like that, okay? And just, we'll do a little bit of rocking from side to side. So a few little things we can do while we're here. Okay, and we can do a little circle. And we can change direction. Okay, and we're coming back down. Back to our Pilates resting position again. Knees at 90, knees a hip width apart, feet a hip width apart. Okay, let's rock the pelvis forwards again and backwards again a few times. Just going to do a little reset on the pelvis and a little loosen. One more pair. And we'll set the pelvis in our neutral position. Okay, we're going to place our hands down by our sides, palms facing in. We're reaching our fingers for our feet. We're going to make our arms really long. We're breathing in to do that. And blowing out, we're just going to rise our arms up above our head and back behind us. We're keeping our pelvis in neutral the whole time, so try not to arch our back anymore. If we feel that we're starting to tilt our pelvis, we've gone far enough. The other thing we're trying to do is keep our rib cage down in front. So we're using our tummy muscles to pin our ribs down into the top of our tummy. We're just challenging the tummy muscles in loads of different ways today. Take a nice big deep breath in here. And blowing out to come back down again. Okay, so just to go through that, the rhythm of that again. So we're breathing in to prepare our arms, reaching for our feet. Blowing out for the lift. Imagine that you've got a little beach ball between your two palms. That stays the same size all the way up. So we're not tempted then to go into a wider V as we go over our head, if our shoulders are a bit tight or anything. If we're doing anything a little bit different, it means you've gone far enough. So just keep your pelvis neutral, keep your ribs pinned down, keep your beach ball between your hands, and keep your elbows straight. You don't have to touch the floor, basically. Just listen to your body and stop as soon as you feel you're starting to compensate or cheat, okay? Take a nice breath in here. and blowing out to come back down again. Let's do one more like this, and then we have the option of adding in the hand weights. Okay, so we're breathing in to reach and blowing out for the lift. So we're keeping our shoulders down away from our ear the whole time. We're blowing out with this. Our thumbs are reaching for the floor. Breathing in here. And blowing out to come back down again. This is an amazing exercise. I actually think it's one of the most important exercises that we have in our curriculum, okay? Because it gets that roundedness out of the shoulders. It really gets us to loosen up into the shoulders, so it allows us to, when we do stand up, we will stand up much taller. It separates at the top of the body from the bottom of the body, so we don't feel so stuck together. So it's called shoulder dissociation because it's how can you separate your hips from your lower body, okay? So with or without the weights, you don't have to have the weights, okay? If you have them, grand. If you don't, grand. We're still facing our palms in towards our thighs, okay? So we're breathing in for the reach. And then we're blowing out for the lift. But just try and keep the space between your two hands the same all the way up. So you're not going out into a V, okay? We're keeping the rib cage pinned down in front and the lower back in the same position. Elbows are straight. So we're not bending our elbows here like so. We're keeping our elbows straight. So it's all coming from the shoulders basically. Breathing in here. And blowing out to come back down again. So there's quite a lot of effort into the tummy to come back down. Okay, well done. Breathing in for the reach and blowing out for the lift. Just use your efforts to keep your lower ribs pinned down in front. Holding here, breathing in. And blowing out to come back down again. Breathing in for the reach. Blowing out for the lift. Breathing in. And blowing out. Well done. Let's do one more. Well done. It's not easy. Breathing in for the reach. Blowing out for the lift. Breathing in to get there. And blowing out to come back down again. Well done. You can pop the weight over to two sides for the moment, and let's go into our recovery. Well done. We're into sit-ups next, okay? So we're going to rock from side to side just to prepare and do some circles. And do some circles the other direction. And then just reset now into our Pilates resting position again. Okay, so we're doing straight sit-ups today. We're going to do 2 sets of the straight sit-ups, so a bit more than we would normally do, okay? Reason being is we have an option here. So we could do 2 sets of sit-ups with the feet on the floor, okay? If you've been doing the exercises for a while, we're going to progress. They don't have to. If you're new to the program, I wouldn't. I would stick with it because we're doing quite a lot of exercises today. Progression for those who've been doing it for ages is single tabletop. We're going to do straight sit-ups in single tabletop. We'll do 1 set on one leg, and then we'll do a separate set then on the other leg. Okay, so we're setting ourselves up, knees bent up, feet flat, knees are at 90 degrees, okay? We're going to interlace our fingers, okay, and put them behind the back of our head, nice and low down. Big thing about the elbows here, as you know, keeping the elbows out to the side. So very tempting to kind of poke them forwards. We want to keep them out to the side because we really want our tummy to do the work, not our arms, okay? Our hands are kind of nice and low down. Our elbows are out to the sides. We're rocking the pelvis forwards and backwards, and we're setting it in neutral, okay? If you want to keep your 2 feet on the floor, or if you want to go into a single tabletop position, up to you. Okay, so we're here. We're going to take a breath in, this time to prepare our neck. Breathing in to lengthen our neck. Lift our head up off the floor and pin our chin to our chest. Now we're looking at our legs. Okay? We've breathed in to do all that. We're blowing out to sit up and breathing in to lower partly back down again. Blowing out. Breathing in. So our head stays lifted off the floor the whole time, chin on chest. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Well done. 6 more. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. 4 more. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. 2 more. Blowing out. Breathing in. And one more time blowing out. We're going to sit up and stay up. Holding here. Breathing in. And blowing out for 10 little pulses. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Take a nice breath in. Blowing out to stay. Breathing in. Blowing out to stay. Breathing in. And blowing out to rest. Back down again. Well done. And just give probably the lower part of the rib cage there a little rub if you're feeling that bit of heat building up in the muscles. And what we might do is maybe loosen out the back a little bit as well. So we bring our knees together, feet together, and we'll just do our spinal twist here. And then up and over to the other side, just to start to break any of that tightness down a little bit, okay? Just think about what leg you rolls up, okay? You're gonna do, if you did, gonna do the other one. You don't have to keep your feet on the floor. It's not that easy of an exercise. But just if you've been doing it for a while, you might like a little progression. Okay, so we're coming back to base camp again. Knees bent up, feet flat. Knees at 90. Other single tabletop. Okay, interlacing our fingers and we put them behind the back of our head. Our elbows are out to the sides. Okay, we're breathing in here. Lengthening the neck, lifting our head up and pinning our chin onto our chest. Elbows are out to the sides. Blowing out, sit up. And breathing in to lower. Partly back down again so our chin stays on our chest. Our head doesn't touch the floor. We're blowing out, sit up. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out. Breathing in. Just keep the back of your neck nice and long and lifted. Chin on your chest. Lovely. We're doing 4 more. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. And we're going to stay up. Take a nice breath in. Blowing out for 10 pulses. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Take a nice breath in. Blowing out to stay. Breathing in. Blowing out to stay. Breathing in. And blowing out to lower back down again. Well done. Give everything a nice rub around the lower ribs there. Again, we bring our knees together, feet together, and we just drop our knees over to one side. And we swap. We're going to add in our arms here, our crucifix arms, bringing our arms out to the side, palms down. And just take your time with your twists. That feels good. As we drop our knees over to one side, we're going to just roll our head in the opposite direction. And look along the length of our arm down to our fingers. Take a nice big deep breath in here. And blowing out to swap. Breathing in. Blowing out to swap. Breathing in. And blowing out to come back. Okay. We're going to just change tack a little bit and work on the glutes now. We'll come back to the tummy in a little while. So here, do you want to sit up, have a little drink of water? Okay. We'll get our ball in between our knees if you have something. Okay. And we're lying down on our back. All right. Knees at 90 degrees as best you can. So try not to have your heels too scrunched up to your bum. We'll have our hands down by our sides here. All right. And let's just start with squeezing the ball or the cushion or whatever it is that you have there. Squeeze it as hard as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. And squeeze again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Release. Squeeze again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the squeeze on, and we're going to flatten our lower back and release it. Keep the squeeze on as we flatten our lower back and release it. Keep the squeeze on as we flatten our lower back and release it. Squeeze the ball, flatten. Let's hold here and just tap our toes. So we're just squeezing the ball between our knees, flattening our lower back and tapping our toes. Okay. And relax. Relax everything. Squeeze the ball, flatten, and we're going to tap our heels. So one heel, other heel. Keep a squeeze on the ball, flattening your back, and we're just tapping our heels. Okay, lovely. Squeeze the ball, flatten your back, and hold here. We're going to just straighten out one leg, like so. Point your foot, hold, hold, hold. Really squeeze the ball. Try and pull your tummy in towards your spine here as well. And rest that foot down. Really squeeze the ball, flatten your lower back and the other leg. Pointing our foot here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ball. Lovely. Okay. Make things a little bit harder now. We're going to squeeze the ball, flatten our back, and lift our bum in the air. So we're into our bridge. Really squeeze the glutes. We can have our hands down by our sides. And just make sure that you haven't sort of like turned your feet out or in just to kind of compensate a little bit. Squeeze the glutes and lower back down again. So we're squeezing the ball, flattening our back and driving our hips up in the air. Keep squeezing the ball as hard as you can. Hold, hold, hold. Try and relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. And lower back down again. Squeeze the ball, flatten your back and lift up. We're going to stay up. Let's tap our toes, just like we did earlier. You can play around a little bit what your arms are doing. So if you feel you can take your hands off the floor, keep your elbows down. You can actually go hands free if that feels okay. You can have your hands over your shoulders if that feels okay. Whatever works for you. Okay. Let's lower down just for a moment. Squeeze the ball, flatten and lift. And we're doing our heels. A little bit harder with the bum lifted. So really, really squeeze the butt, the glutes. A bit harder than the toe taps. And lower down. Last one. Going to squeeze the ball, flatten and lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And we're actually might put our hands down for this. And we're into our knee extension. Just hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down and swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. Let's do 2 more pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foot down, bum down, ball out, and let's hug. Hug the knees to the chest. Well done. Woo! So tummy, 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 glutes, glutes, glutes. Back to the tummy now. You'll be delighted to hear that. Okay. Let's give everything a little bit of a rock and a roll. And we're resting our feet down. Okay. Rocking the pelvis forwards and backwards, setting our pelvis in neutral. One leg stretch. Level one, nice and easy, sliding our heel away. Like we're lying on the sand, on the beach, and all we're doing is just drawing a little straight line in the sand with our leg. And all we're trying to do here is just keep our pelvis in neutral. Okay, so we're trying not to tip forwards, that's basically it. Nice and easy, just connecting with the technique of it. Okay, we'll do one more on each side. Okay, bring it up to our single tabletop here. Our other knee is still at 90 degrees as well. So we're going to use that for reference. So we're going to reach so that our two knees are beside each other, foot pointed, and return. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. This is our level two, one leg stretch. Let's do 3 more. So just showing you this because, again, there's not a huge amount happening in the tummy, but if you get tired on your level 3, that's what you would do. And we'll swap. Single tabletop, blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. We always like to try and point our toes when we have a straight leg, and then relax when we don't. Okay, single tabletop. Engaging through the pelvic floor, front and back, and the deep tummy muscles, pulling in the belly. Up we come to double tabletop. And here we go. One leg stretch here, and return. As I said, if this feels too hard, too tiring, you don't want to do that, just put your other foot back down. And it's the same movement, but you have your other foot on the floor. So it's different things for different people, depending on how you're feeling, and even just depending on how you're feeling today. Okay, blowing out, breathing in. Let's bring our arms over our shoulders now. Okay, and just figure out, as we stretch out one leg, can we bring our opposite arm back towards the floor and bring everything back together. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Let's do one more pair. And hug. Big hug and a big stretch. And this is where we might add in our hand weights again, if you want to. Okay, so you can make it gentler by putting your other foot on the floor. You can still do the arms. You can make it harder by having your 2 feet in the air and adding the weights. Okay, something for everybody. This is our starting point here over our shoulders. We'll always bring our feet down just to reset. Okay, so let's rock the pelvis forwards, backwards, and reset. Engage through the core. Single tabletop. Engage through the pelvic floor and deep tummy muscles. We're coming into double tabletop optionally. Okay, if you want to. One leg stretch with the opposite arm reaching for the floor. Everything comes home together. We're going to breathe in here. Sorry, we might blow out. It doesn't really matter because there's effort, but we'll blow out there, out for out. It's easier to remember. Breathing in to come back. Blowing out through your mouth. Breathing in to come back. Shoulders down, blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Let's do 2 more pairs. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Well done. We lower the weights down. We won't need them again now. We'll just give a hug to our chest here and rock from side to side. Well done. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Well done. Okay, let's place the feet down. Just roll over onto your side and we'll sit up. Have a drink of water. That's chapter 2. Well, chapter 3 really, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. Let's stick with the core here, okay? Legs out. We're in long sitting. All right. Long sitting. No, seems out of the way. We're here. Hugging our tree. So we're like this. Okay? Hugging our tree. Shoulders down. We're going to lift our chest up to the sky again. And we're going to slump back down again. So just like we did in our warm-up. Which is why we did it in the warm-up. As we lift up now, we're just going to raise our arms above our head. Big stretch on the chest and the back. And we're rounding down, chin to chest. Breathing in. Blowing out. C curve, this is called, okay? The C curve. Breathing in. Blowing out. C curve. Half roll back. So we're lying back halfway until we feel the tummy muscles really engaging. So they'll work to stop us from kind of falling backwards, okay? Holding here. Hold, hold, hold. You feel the tummy muscles working quite strongly. Breathing in. Blowing out, we're going to go head first forwards and lifting up, 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 up. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve. Half roll back. Holding here. Breathing in. Blowing out, we're going to go head first forwards and touch our toes. Or wherever we can reach. We're looking down between our thighs. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve. Half roll back. Let's stay out here. Breathing in. Blowing out, we're just going to bring our right arm out to the side and look at it. Blow out, blow out, blow out. Breathing in to come back. Blowing out to the left arm. Breathing in to come back. And blowing out to go head first forwards. And we reach up, 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 up. We're going to do the same again. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve. Shoulders down. Half roll back. Holding here, elbows are soft. Breathing in. Blowing out, right arm. Breathing in to come back. Blowing out, left arm. Breathing in to come back. Blowing out to go head first forwards and touch your toes. Breathing in here. And blowing out to sit back up again. Okay. Arms overhead. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve. Half roll back. Holding here. Breathing in. Blowing out, we're going to lift our right leg up and down. Just an inch or two. Heel up and down. 1, 2, we're doing 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go head first forwards and reach up, 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 up. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve. Half roll back. Holding here. Breathing in. Blowing out to the left leg. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blowing out. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go head first forwards and lifting up. Bit of recovery here. We bring the soles of our feet together and then our knees open out to the side. Chest lifted up. We can do a few of these little ones like we did at the start. Okay, breathing in and blowing out. Just releasing those inner thighs. It did do a lot of work with that the ball exercise. Okay. We're out again into our long sitting. We're going to hug our tree trunk. We're lifting up, breathing in. Blowing out, C curve, half roll back. Okay, breathing in here. Blowing out, we're lifting our right arm up in the air. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out, we're lifting our left arm up in the air. Breathing in to come down. And blowing out, we're going to lift our two arms in the air. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out to go head first forward. And up, 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 up. Breathing in. Blowing out, C curve, half roll back. Same thing again. Breathing in. Blowing out, right arm. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out, left arm. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out both arms. Breathing in to come down. Blowing out to go head first forwards and touch our toes. Looking down at the floor. Breathing in. And blowing out. Lovely. Little recovery. Well done. Take a nice breath in. And blowing out. Okay, one more set in long sitting. We're here, we're hugging our tree, we're breathing in to rise up, blowing out the C curve, half roll back. Try and keep your shoulders down. Holding here. Okay, breathing in. Blowing out, we're going to lift our right heel off the floor slightly and just move our leg out and in and out and in. And 1 and 2, we're doing 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, resting down. We're going to go head first forwards and reach up, 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 up. Breathing in, blowing out C curve, half roll back. Same thing on the other leg. We're breathing in to prepare, blowing out to float our left leg slightly, and we're going out and in. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. We're going to go down, head first forwards and touch our toes. Breathing in here and blowing out to rest. Just bring the soles of your feet together. So we're going to finish with a couple of full roll backs, okay? Unfortunately contraindicated in anybody that has osteoporosis, osteopenia in the spine. Okay, so in your case, you can pick any of those things to do, okay? And do them again. You could do your half roll backs and maybe practice any of the ones, either arms or legs, that you felt you wanted to do, okay? Or just have a little stretch out. So this is the safety announcement. We need loads of space behind us as well. So no furniture, walls, anything. We don't need space down this end. So it doesn't matter if your feet are right on the edge of your mat. Okay, here. We're breathing in here. Blowing out C curve. Half roll back or full roll back. We're bringing our lower back to the floor. Resting our middle back, our upper back and our head. And we're going to keep going with our arms. Breathing in here. Blowing out, leading with our arms. Lengthening the back of our neck, bringing our chin to our chest. And we're sitting up while keeping our heels on the floor. We're going to go forwards and lift up, up, up. Breathing in. Blowing out C curve. Same again. Keep your shoulders down if you can. We're descending with control, okay? Breathing in here. Blowing out. Arms lengthen, chin to chest. And up we come while keeping our heels on the floor, and let's touch our toes. We're breathing in here. Blowing out to come back up. If that's too hard for you, but let's say you don't have bone density issues, but you literally can't do it. Grab your, if you're practicing at home, I would practice at home, grab your resistance band, like a strong one, a blue one or a black one, or even the belt of your dressing gown, and just use that to help you get up. And you will get the muscles working, okay? It takes a bit of time. If you're able to do it and you're like, oh, we're making that a little bit harder, just bend up your two knees. And we'll try another few together, but we could all, like in studio, we would all potentially be doing like 4 or 5 different things, okay? Depending on everyone's individual circumstances, okay? So we're breathing in here, blowing out C curve and half roll back. Keep your heels on the mat. Breathing in. Blowing out, leading with your arms, lengthen your neck, chin to chest, and up we come. You're going to go up, 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 breathing in. Blowing out, C curve, half roll back, full roll back. Lower back meets the floor first, then the upper back, then the head, then the arms, breathing in. Blowing out, leading with your arms, lengthening your neck, chin to chest, heel, stay down. Up we come, we'll do one more, breathing in, blowing out. Breathing in, blowing out. Well done. Okay, just maybe come to center, soles of your feet together. Let's give the legs a little bit of recovery. Oh, we have time. We're flying this morning. Loads done. Have a drink of water. But just to balance all of that up, we're going to lie on our tummy, okay? You're lying on your tummy, resting on our forehead. Feet are relaxed and fairly close together. And we're going to bring our hands down by our sides. Hands are facing in. And we're going to try our best to tuck our tailbone in under so we're flattening our lower back. And all we're going to do here is just bring our shoulder blades together. And let it relax. BreastStroke prep. Shoulder blades together. And relax. Shoulder blades together. And relax. Well done. And again. Two more. And last one, we're going to hold it. And we're going to lift our two hands just bare inch off the floor. Reaching for our toes. So keeping the arms low and long. Stay here, breathing in. And blowing out short. So just keeping the feet fairly close together, the toes relaxed. Tailbone tucked under so our lower back is flat. Shoulder blades together. And we're lifting our hands off the floor. Keeping them low and long. Holding here, breathing in. And blowing out to lower down. Shoulder blades. And lift. Holding here for a breath in. And blowing out to recover down. Shoulder blades and lift. The lift is tiny. And from there, we're going to keep our chin tucked in and just lift our nose off the floor. Keep your chin tucked in a double chin, lift your nose off the floor. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Holding here, breathing in. Blowing out to rest, back down again. Breathing in to prepare. Blowing out for shoulder blades. Lift and lift. Holding here, breathing in. And blowing out to rest, back down again. We're doing one more of these and then we'll do the full breaststroke. If you want to have a little look at me, breathing in. Blowing out shoulder blades, lift and lift. So the nose is just lifting off the floor, but the chin stays in. Okay, breathing in here. And blowing out to rest, back down again. So the full breaststroke next. So tailbone is under, shoulder blades, lifting the hands up, lifting the upper body. I'm going to stay here, breathing in. Blowing out and bringing my two arms out to the side. And they'll meet together in the middle. Breathing in. And blowing out to come back down again. We're trying to keep our shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. And we rest down. Breathing in to prepare. Blowing out for shoulder blades. Lift. And lift. Holding here. Breathing in. Blowing out. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Breathing in. And blowing out to come back down again. And rest everything down. We'll do one more. Breathing in. Blowing out. Holding here, breathing in. Blowing out. For our breaststroke. Holding here, breathing in. Blowing out to come back down again. Lovely. And resting. Well done. We're going to pop our hands under our shoulders. We'll come up onto our hands and knees, just give things a bit of stretch out. Well done. That was actually quite a tough class, wasn't it? Or we like gluttons for punishment. Rocking forwards and backwards. Let's make the movement a little bit bigger. So we're up into our cat stretch, chin to chest. And then we're down. But we're just going to look at the space between our hands. We're not going to kind of look up to the ceiling. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. Blowing out. Lovely. Let's walk our hands back towards our knees. So we're on our hunkers as best we can, if the knees allow. And we're going to drop our heels to the floor, straighten our legs and hang over our legs. Now, if you do have any osteoporosis or osteopenia of the spine, you're going to touch your knees. Other than that, your muscles decide how far you can reach. Okay, our chin is on our chest. Our knees are straight. We're going to bend one knee and straighten the other. Bend one knee and straighten the other. And swap. And swap. And swap. And swap. And swap. These are our elephant walks. And swap. And swap. We'll straighten out both knees. We're going to take a nice breath in. And blowing out, we're going to peel ourselves back up again into standing, keeping our two knees straight and our chin on our chest. So we're just working that whole back line of the body. As well as the tummy, we work the inner thighs, the whole back of the body as well today. Okay, so we're coming fully upright, bum pulls in, shin lifts up, and we roll our shoulders back. And just keep that going. Well done. Let's bring our elbows in. Let's bring our arms in. And let's just finish with a couple of deep, mindful breaths. Okay, so we're breathing in. Blowing out. Breathing in. And blowing out. And one more time, breathing in. Blowing out. And well done. I will stop the recording there. Well done, everybody.